Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever really stopped to think about how a single ray of sunlight can power an entire ecosystem? I mean everything, from the tiniest blade of grass to the biggest, baddest predator. Well, today we're going to unravel that exact mystery. We're diving deep into the incredible journey of energy flow in our environment. And let me tell you, this isn't just fascinating stuff, it's absolutely key to acing your Class 10 exams.
Yeah, think about it. The energy you're using right now to watch this, to think, even to breathe, it has a story. And you know what? It all starts with the sun. So let's trace that amazing journey together.
So first up, the food chain. The best way to think of it is like nature's ultimate who eats whom list. It's the simplest way for us to see how energy moves from one living thing to the next.
Okay, here's the definition you're definitely going to want to remember for your exams. A food chain is just a series of organisms where energy is transferred from one to the next. The most important word there is energy. It's all about following that flow of precious energy.
Let's paint a picture. Imagine a big, grassy field. The grass is soaking up all that sunlight, right? It's full of energy. Then, a deer comes along and starts munching on the grass, taking that energy for itself. And then, a tiger, the top predator, hunts the deer, and that energy moves up one more level. See? It's a simple, straight line of energy transfer. But, this simple chain has a kind of hidden structure. Each step is like a level in a pyramid. And understanding these levels, that's the key to seeing how ecosystems really work. So let's build this pyramid together. So each of these steps has a special name. It's called a trophic level. Think of it like floors in a building. You've got the producers on the ground floor and the top predators way up in the penthouse. The energy just keeps moving up, floor by floor.
Okay, so at the very bottom of our pyramid, the foundation, we have the producers. These are the plants making their own food from sunlight. Next up, we've got the primary consumers, the herbivores who love to eat those plants. Then, we have the secondary consumers, which are the carnivores that prey on those herbivores. And right at the tippy top, we've got the tertiary consumers, the kings and queens of the ecosystem.
Now, I've got a question for you that might just blow your mind. If a deer eats 10 kilograms of grass, does it gain 10 kilograms of weight? The answer is nope, not even close. So where does all that other energy actually go? Well, the answer lies in a super simple but really powerful rule, the 10% rule.
This is the number. If there's one number you need to burn into your memory for your exams, this is it. 10%. That's all. Only 10% of the energy from one level actually makes it to the next. Just 10%.
So, where does the other 90% vanish? Well, it's used for all the things that keep an animal alive, right? Breathing, moving around, keeping warm, just existing. Most of it is just lost as heat. It's kind of like there's a 90% energy tax at every single level. Only that tiny 10% that gets stored in the body is available for the next predator.
All right, let's put this into practice with a classic exam question. Let's say our producers, the plants, have captured 20,000 joules of energy. How much of that energy do you think will actually reach the secondary consumers? Go on, take a second and think about it.
Let's break this down together, okay? The producers are starting with a whopping 20,000 joules. The primary consumers get 10% of that, which brings us down to 2,000 joules. Then, the secondary consumers get 10% of that. So, what's 10% of 2,000? And there it is, a measly 200 joules. I mean, just look at that drop. From 20,000 all the way down to 200. That's a massive loss of energy at each step. But see, once you know the 10% rule, the calculation is a piece of cake. And this explains something so fundamental about nature. By the time you get to the 4th or 5th trophic level, there's just not enough energy left to support a whole other population. That's why you never ever see a food chain with like 10 or 20 levels. The energy just runs out. So yeah, food chains are a nice, neat, tidy way to understand energy flow. But let's be real. Nature is rarely neat and tidy, is it? It's a messy, chaotic, and beautiful tangle of connections. And that's where the food web comes into play.
You can think of it like this. A food chain is like one single straight road. But a food web, that's like the map of an entire city with all these interconnected streets and highways. In the real world, a fox doesn't just eat rabbits. It might eat some berries, maybe catch a mouse. It's all connected.
Just take a look at this. See all those arrows flying everywhere? Each one is a path for energy.
You can see how one animal, like that hawk, is connected to snakes and mice and rabbits. This is what an ecosystem really looks like, a complex and resilient web of life.
Whew, okay, that was a lot to take in, I know. So let's do a super quick-fire recap of the most important points to make sure you are 100% ready for that exam.
All right, so remember, a food chain is just a single path. Each step is a trophic level. The 10% rule is the absolute law of energy transfer. And energy flow is unidirectional. It's a one-way street. It never goes backward. And finally, the food web is the real, messy, but totally awesome truth of nature.
And that's a wrap. If this explainer helped you out and you want more tips and tricks to totally crush your exams, do us a huge favor. Go ahead and smash those like, share, and subscribe buttons for the A1 Institute channel. Seriously, we make these for you, and your support means everything to us.
And hey, if you're looking for that extra edge, I'm talking personalized guidance, detailed notes, admission support, don't hesitate to reach out to us at A1 Institute. All the details, including our number, are waiting for you right there in the description below. Thanks for watching. Now go out there and conquer those exams.